Welcome to the Beacon of Truth. In a world of misinformation, disinformation, and lies, the truth is hard to find. Here at the Beacon of Truth, we discuss a variety of topics from politics, sports, love and relationships, and everything in between. No matter the subject, you will always find the truth. Welcome to the Beacon of Truth. Hey, family. Welcome to another episode of the Beacon of Truth podcast. I am your host, Mrs. Erin Willis, and I have some updates for you. So let's just dive right in. Earlier this week, the former president's Mar-a-Lago home was searched by the FBI. This comes after the FBI made several attempts to recover documents that he illegally removed upon leaving office, and they found over 20 boxes of documents. Now, if you recall, when he was in office, the former president was so reckless with information that his top officials would routinely withhold information or top secret information from him out of fear that he would share it live on TV or social media or just anywhere outside of the secure room that they were in. And he actually did that a couple times. So they got in the habit of just withholding some of that top secret information. And as a result of the spill of sensitive information, top lawmakers are now asking for a damage assessment just to find out how badly the U.S. has been exposed in this chaos, to say the least. They're trying to find out who saw it, who knows about it, and what could possibly happen with that information or happen as a result of getting that information. Yeah, this is about to be bad, y'all. It's about to be bad. And also, as a result of the raid, the former president and his supporters are now bashing law enforcement. I'm going to pause on that and I'm going to repeat it one more time. The former president and his supporters are now bashing law enforcement. Yes, those supporters that are members of the Republican Party, which is traditionally known to be the party of law and order. Back the blue lives matter until you commit a crime as a Republican. I don't know. But they are actually calling for the FBI to be disbanded and defunded. Hmm. But never mind. So, anyways, with the increase of cries against the FBI, there has also been an uptick in violence against them. Earlier this week, a man in Cincinnati, Ohio, was killed after trying to attack the FBI field office there with a nail gun. Okay. The perpetrator in this case was also a part of the January 6th riot. And also, just this morning, which at the time that I'm recording is Sunday. So Sunday morning, a man killed himself after ramming his car into a barricade near the U.S. Capitol. It was in between the Supreme Court and the U.S. Capitol. And so these people are crazy. These people are really crazy. Like there's no other word for it. This year alone, there have been over 2,700 investigations of domestic terrorism, which is double what it was in 2020. Um, I don't understand this cult-like following for the former president or any president, really. I don't. I don't know. I live in Georgia, and y'all know what my claim to fame is when I talk about Georgia. Um, the governor's election was stolen from Stacey Abrams by Brian Kemp. Now, obviously, I am a supporter of Stacey Abrams, but I'm not about to lay my life on the line for her. No, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for the ballot box to open and go vote again. So I'm gonna do. Uh, there is no. Well, no, I'm not gonna say no, but there are very few people on earth that I would lay my life on the line for. But those people that I would do it for, they know my name. They know my name. These people that's going crazy over the former president, he don't know y'all. He don't know them. He don't care. And he's the former president, so he can't even issue pardons anymore. So what's really going on? I get being upset about the outcome. I mean, we've all been upset about the outcome of some elections, but I'm not. Nah, mm, I'm not putting my life on the line for it. Like, how you gonna explain, or how is your family gonna explain that? Oh, he died for the former president that we love and support. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Like, these people are like the band playing while the Titanic was sinking. Like, they're Jack hanging on the door. Like, Rose is not sliding over y'all. Just swim away. But okay, y'all stick with that sinking ship. Enjoy that. But nevertheless. So also this week, the House passed a sweeping tax, health, and climate bill called the Inflation Reduction Act. It is headed to the president's desk this week and should be signed by the end of the week. This bill will do a couple of things. It'll reduce the deficit by almost $300 billion. So this reduction in the deficit will lead to less money in the economy, which means less price increases. It also empowers Medicare to negotiate drug prices on over 100 different types of drugs, as well as capping the costs at $2,000 a year for Medicare recipients. Hopefully, at some point, those benefits will expand to everybody. But at least they're starting with Medicare, so that's taking care of Medicare recipients. I was going to say something else, but Medicare recipients, y'all. And also, this bill will reduce carbon emissions by 40% by the year 2030. And also, there's funding for domestic renewable energy, which will eventually lead to lower costs for consumers here in the United States. It also imposes a 15% tax on corporations and funds the IRS for improved enforcement and compliance on the corporations. Probably us too, but it will improve customer service, cut down on wait times. Y'all know all of the stresses of dealing with the IRS. But what it will not do is have them coming after you on a larger scale. That's not going to happen. And there will be very little effect that we're going to see from this bill over the next couple months. It's going to take some time to go into effect. But the good news is there will be no increase on your personal taxes. And in other news, WNBA star Britney Griner has been sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison for drug possession. She was arrested back in February for bringing a vape canister with cannabis oil into the country. Now I know, why was she in Russia? Why she have drugs? Now, when people say, "Oh, she crossed the border with drugs," I don't know about that. It's not like she was, moving weight across the country and stuff like that. But it is Russia, so I mean, ugh. And let's talk about why she was in Russia. So a lot of the WNBA stars also play overseas to make more money. There is a significant pay disparity between the NBA and the WNBA. The base salary for an NBA player is about $5.4 million as compared to $120,600 for a WNBA player. So you got $5.4 million versus $120,000. That's a significant disparity. And with the pay being that low, I mean, that's just like some regular American salaries. They tan up their bodies and everything else for $120,000, and you got people sitting behind a computer screen that make that much. But I do have mixed emotions just about this case, period. Obviously, she committed a crime. She should be punished for it, but it just sucks. It really does. Um, and I don't know, like, if she was not famous, what would be the consequences? Is she being punished more because she's famous and probably a little more valuable to the United States, which I think all Americans should be valuable to the United States, but we're the US. So, I mean, and it's Russia, like we don't fool with them, they don't fool with us. You gotta know it's dangerous. But I mean, you got to consider the risks. And I mean, that wasn't something that she was doing intentionally. It was something that she had for personal use, and it was prescribed to her. It's legal wherever she was from. I'm sorry, I forgot that part, but it was legal for her to have here, illegal for her to carry to Russia. So she's facing consequences for it. She has been sentenced to 9 years. Hopefully, it'll get reduced or she can get released. Um, right now, there are talks about negotiations to trade her and another prisoner for this really bad Russian arms dealer. I don't know about that one, and I wonder, would that bargain even be on the table if she was just a regular everyday American? So, I mean, I don't mean to seem, like, unsympathetic to it. It's just a tough situation. It's messed up. It's messed up. I mean, because if she was caught with that here, at best, it's a slap on the wrist, misdemeanor or something like that. It's nothing major. But we can't impose our consequences on crimes committed in other countries by our citizens. So, I hope it works out, and I hope she does not have to do those 9 years, but it's a difficult situation. That's pretty much all that I have for updates as far as today's thought of the day. Um, sometimes you just don't matter to the people that matter to you. I know it's messed up, and sometimes it's hard to accept that people that mean a lot to you, you just don't have the same value to them. But the quicker you learn to accept it, the easier it'll be. Don't dwell on it. Don't go back and forth with them or yourself. Just, oh, I did this and we did this. Like, I get that you thought you were building something with this person or, even in friendships, but sometimes it's just not like that. And, it's tough, but just see it for what it is and just know how to move going forward and focus on embracing the people that care about you. That's the thought for today. We got some shout outs for the episode. First of all, I would like to give a shout out to cousin Charlie, who celebrated his 60th birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, cousin Charlie. We love you, and my husband and I both appreciate your support. Shout out to Stacey Wyatt, who celebrated her 41st birthday on August the 8th. And also, shout out to my mother in love, Miss Dolores Willis, who celebrated her 70th year of greatness on August the 9th. And also, shout out to cousin Courtney and her fiance, who are weeks away from their wedding day. So we are all excited about that and wishing you nothing but the best. And we are looking forward to it. It's just a few more days. Courtney and Jermaine will be getting married Labor Day weekend. So we're excited about it. Before I get out of here, I be forgetting. Y'all let me forget, but I didn't forget this time. I got your black fact, and this episode's black fact is Malcolm X, aka Malcolm Little, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. Let's talk about him. Malcolm X, May 19th, 1925 to February 21st, 1965. He was a Muslim minister and human rights activist. He was born Malcolm Little, but he considered Little a slave name and chose X to signify his lost tribal name. He was appointed as assistant minister of Temple Number 1 in 1953. In 1960, he founded the newspaper Muhammad Speaks to further promote the message of Nation of Islam. He terminated his relationship with the Nation of Islam in 1964 and created the religious organization Muslim Mosque Incorporated. He changed his name to El Hajj Malik El Shabazz and converted to the traditional Islam during his pilgrimage to Mecca in 1964. And of course, he was assassinated while giving a speech on February 21st, 1965. And that is your black fact. That is Malcolm X. And that brings us to the end of this episode. As always, guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you for your support. please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're not, and leave your comments. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, guys, I am your host, Erin Willis, and this is the Beacon of Truth. Take care.